Boiler Ball Twitter page, X page, whatever you want to call it. I see what you're doing. I see you're active, and you're active for good reason because you know you got a good team, and you know we're gonna watch it, and you know we're gonna make a video about it. We got a Boiler Ball tweet with a little bit of short video on here. 10 weeks to tip, which is kind of crazy. Also, pause. But the college basketball season is very, very fastly approaching. Got some slight clips in here. Some talking points I actually do want to bring up in this one. A lot of one on zero stuff like we talked about offline, Riley. Finally seeing some Riley Burgess footage in here. I think he had a couple of he had a foot injury, I believe, this summer it was. Then had to do a little bit of recovery from maybe some leg injury, I believe, or maybe foot, knee, something like that. But he looks to be back on the court, shooting some threes, knocking some shots down. We got a Jack Benter knockdown three in here. I also love that everyone else's they just showed the shot. Jack Benter's is all the way through. They waited for it to go through and that drop to the bottom, as well as Riley Burgess as well. So. Riley, I'll throw it to you. Obviously, not like some crazy, like anything like
Mhm.
scrimmage worthy here, anything like that. But what do you take away from this very short clip here? A day after Matt Painter's birthday, by the way.
Yeah, I got two takeaways, one coaching staff related, one team related. Actually, you know what? Three takeaways, one social media team related as well.
Come on.
First one, most exciting one for me is the coaching staff takeaway. Black hoodies, rather slimming for Matt Painter.
I was just gonna say, I'm not gonna throw the Zempic allegations out there. But I think my dog Paint might be getting his 10K steps in a day. Maybe a walking, like one of those little treadmill under his desk or something like that. My dog's like a little slim, a little bit
Uh,
scary. Spending money,
he's
getting skinny. What's going on here?
So my theory is less stress eating because his center spot is solidified. He's got real depth in the post this year. Like it's amazing how that affects the body, mind, and spirit. So shout out to Paint. I was like, I love that. The social media team knowing exactly what they're doing. It's like our coach is slimming down and look, recruits, he's relatable. He's wearing a hoodie. It's not just a quarter zip. He's wearing a hoodie. He's just like y'all. First takeaway, second takeaway with the players. I guess if you're a Purdue fan, if I was a Purdue fan, I'd probably be a little bit excited to see like the ancillary players get some love here. The guys on the bench you don't even project as role players with Jack Benter and Raleigh Burgess both getting some shine here. From a neutral from a neutral observer, like I don't really know if I needed to see a Jack Benter TKR dribble handoff like as the clip was ending. However, that will transition me nicely to the third takeaway about the social media team. When you do your job well, when you are a basketball social media page that posts actual basketball clips, actual basketball highlights, you can afford this. You can sandwich the scrimmage clips that we all want to see with like a little bit of love for the bench guys in this one. So probably good for team morale. If you're Raleigh Burgess or if you're Jack, you can, send it to your family and say, hey, look, I made it to the big page this time. Got a little bit of love here. You got to see if you're Jack, say, I've been working a lot to get those highlights right. Make sure, a little seawater spray or whatever the kids use. Yeah, that I got that going to get the vibrant locks as I'm knocking down my 3 pointer. So, I don't hate it. Gives us some fun content to talk about as always.
Yeah, I would hate to see Jack Benner and like, with respect to your team, Riley, if he was on UNC and he went to Outer Banks,
Mm.
special in a pair of Hurley board shorts, a nice little pair of Oakleys, he'd do demon type numbers. I bet you he's nasty at spike ball too, for what it's worth. But
If he had, I don't know if he's a tattoo guy, but you could really complete the aesthetic with an ankle tattoo. And yeah, he does strike me as like a spike ball aficionado.
yeah, if he starts playing well, he'll have a shin tat by Big Ten play. I can certainly, or like a thigh tat, I can see it coming. Possibly a butterfly. I can't tell you why. But another thing here, because I feel like I've been very positive about this, and I should be because look, one thing we always love on this channel, we love channels of basketball teams that post highlights of their basketball team, and that's what this is, and we appreciate it. Boiler Ball does it amongst the best of them. They do it well
Mhm.
because they know they have a good team too. Like that's what you're supposed to do. If you have a good basketball team, show world good basketball team. That's the way to approach things. Um, One thing I'll say though, I'd like to stand up for Barry Odom. We didn't need a 10 weeks of tip time. This is opening weekend for Barry Odom in the Purdue football era. A new era, as some are saying. And you're making this about 10 weeks to tip. I don't like that. I'm sorry. I want, if no one's going to stand up and respect Purdue football program, I'll do it, Riley. I'll do it.
What is your I'm trying to think of I simultaneously want to see if you actually care about Purdue football because I'm skeptical, while also like being very curious to know your actual takeaway on Purdue football if you have some opinions.
I don't have any. But I respect the first weekend of Barry Odom. That's what I do.
Do you know anything about their quarterback, Ryan Brown?
He's back at the school.
He transferred to UNC for a couple weeks. That's the only reason why I know
He
about him.
Marfoed?
Yeah, he did. He
That count
marfoed in
does that count as a Marfo?
a, a light marfo because it happened in the same summer. Where I think I saw a tweet that referred to him as North Carolina transfer, whereas like dude was literally in Chapel Hill for a month. But the highlights of that one game he played last year, I believe me, I consumed those highlights ad nauseum for that month. I was convinced he might be special, but I needed some actual Big Ten insight if he's good or not. But if you don't know, it's okay because we still respect Barry nonetheless, and we will be tapped in to week one.
Ryan Brown's okay for what it's worth.
Okay. Okay.
He's
Yeah.
okay. I don't, nothing to write home about. You're good with Gio. You'll be all right with Gio. Let that be known. But yeah, a fun video from them. I'm interested to see if this is like a. Are we getting a 9 weeks to tip video next week? Is there going to be a theme about the 9 week video? Very interested to see what it looks like. Purdue basketball fans, you're obviously very excited for your team and your season as you should be. It's gonna be here before you know it. It's gonna be here before you know it, and you'll have a chance to knock off the reigning, defending Big Ten champions by how many games, Riley?
By three.
By three of them, three whole of them things. By the way,
Can
shout
I
out to,
can I get one more joke off before we end
of
this?
course you don't ever ask if you can get one more joke off. Just get it off.
It's a shame that they didn't do this with 20 weeks to go. I don't think Omer was on campus then because the content we could have gotten from you 20 weeks to go with an Omer video, we needed that Purdue. Hopefully we get that next summer if Omer's back.
We'd like, hey, if we can, you don't got to do it. We're asking. We're asking for now. We will bully if needed, but we don't want to do that because that's not
Wait,
very fun.
they can do it with U19, like U19 days to go when we're 3 weeks out from the season.
Yeah,
There is your assignment, Purdue. Understand your fan base, have a little humor with it. Under 19 days to go, Omer special.
there you go. It'll be we got y'all if y'all need it. Then that's for free too, by the way, just because we love y'all. But shout out to Boiler Ball. Keep the highlights coming. You know we love them over here.